I was a big fan of Terry Bozzio, and I had only heard him play on records at that time. I was familiar with some of his work with Frank Zappa, and then he was in a band called UK, and he did a record called Danger Money, and then he did UK Live, where he actually played all of Bill Bruford's stuff, but with double bass, and I just thought that was killer, because I was into double bass. But I always enjoyed Terry Bozzio's style, his approach to the drums. It was aggressive, it was artistic, and yet it was still technical. And then he started a band called Missing Persons, and this was kind of the new wave era, early 80s. MTV came out, it was like 1981, I believe. And I was still struggling, trying to learn how to play drums. And I saw late night MTV. I used to go over to my girlfriend's house all the time because she had MTV, she had cable. I was using her for her internet connection, or cable connection. I was sitting on the couch, it was late at night, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and this video comes on called Mental Hopscotch, which is from the first Missing Persons EP. With this crazy linear drum beat with all these bells and stuff, and very aggressively shot, focused on the drums, and I was like, wow, that's Terry Bozzio. It's incredible. I want to be like this guy. I like his style, you know? And later that year, Missing Persons came on tour. There was a club, I was living in Buffalo, New York at the time, which is not exactly the mecca of the entertainment business, but Missing Persons was coming to a very nice venue we had called the Inferno. So I went there, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and she didn't really like music so much, and there was a lot of people at the show. And when I walked into the venue, I saw the drums were at the front of the stage. That was unusual. Normally the drums are in the back on a drum riser in the dark, you know. And I looked at her and I said, those drums are in the front of the stage. I said, we're going to stand in front. She goes, I don't know, I don't want to. There's a lot of people. I said, come on, let's go in the front. So we pushed our way up there, and Terry Bozzio came out, and I stood in front of him. And I have to tell you something, my mouth was open the whole show. It was like I saw God. And I can tell you, some of the other people I knew around me, they weren't drummers, they were just fans of music, their mouths were open too. We were all looking at Terry Bozzio. It was crazy. It was just an incredible display of showmanship. It wasn't a drum lesson, it was an injection of inspiration. Yeah, that changed my life. Actually, when I saw him up close, it just made such an impact on me. It was such a positive impact. I talked about Terry Bozzio for about a year afterwards. I lost a lot of friends that weren't drummers. I'm like, okay, enough about Terry Bozzio. But yeah, it just freaked me out. And now it's a pleasure because sometimes I see him and he knows who I am and we talk, and yeah, it's nice. It's nice to meet some of your idols.
If you've played a pair of Vicks in the last 50 years, your history is our history. Come share your game-changing moment at VicFirth50.com.